Hey, NASDOG. We get the best dope on markets. I am your technical analyst, and we are going to talk about feeder cattle right here, right now. Up 40% on the year. Okay? Play it tight. Play it tight. But anyway, so this is in the November. This is in the front month. 369.27 is the level, okay? 39.96%. Okay? This is what it looks like right here. On a 3-minute. This is 3-minute, okay? Hang on a second here. Okay, now listen here. The risk is we're up $5. Okay, what would on a 36 figure, $7.20 would be 2% here. So here we just traded here for 3 minutes. This just happened. It is October 8th, 10:17, bottom right hand corner of the day here. Let's see. Do we have a lot of volume here? Hang on a second here. Let me add some things here. So we just came right back up here. Nickel off that high 27 when I just started this here. This is live cattle here. We're up. Yeah, that's D's up 26% here. GLEG up 27.14. GLEJ. Okay, 28% here. Over here, this is the April lives. And these are some old highs mapped out here. We went out and made a new high here. 244 even here. Let's go see what this high tip top. We took this out by a dime. All right. There's the Popo. We are in the Windy City here. Anyway, okay, so what is it? 10:27 here. We still got this 3-minute here. We are trading a little bit here. What is that? 150 contracts. There's 6,000 of these feeders that traded here. Let's look at the lives here. This has not made a new high. Okay, and nothing's out of the woods here. You know what? As a matter of fact, I just went back and looked. Okay, when the analog I'm using, it topped on October 6th. Today is October 8th. And the last 2 days we ran, and actually we went over for it, plus 40% before we broke. Okay, so this does have risk, okay? This is a 3-minute here. This is the Jan feeder cattle here. What do we got? 53, what is it, 64.12? 364.12, okay? Yeah, this will be interesting here. This will be interesting. I think they could sell. Anyway, here. This is, here we got an olive line right here, okay? This is the second time up. This is in the Feb cattle. Okay. And we broke. Actually, the last time up here, these are targets, okay? This is all I got here in the cattle. Okay, these are big targets. Came up here, did an olive line. This was a little sloppy. I forget. I think one of the front months, well, it had to be D's. Maybe even cattle. So we just came up here another time here. Look at this. Okay, you got August high monthly close. Okay, you got, these tiny olive lines. They're tiny. That's all you got. Okay, these are the old highs. Now in April, we just took these out. Okay, don't blink if you're in feeder cattle. I don't know. So so we made an all-time high. This is a 90-minute chart here. Okay, and this is an all-time high in the back month feeder cattle. Okay, and then these guys have 3 minutes. All right, here's the print. Up 40.04%. We just made a new high here. 30, here, look up here, left-hand corner, 369.50. Here's another area I would watch here. We're backed off a little bit. We backed off a buck. Okay, and 367.85 here, So anybody that bought these new highs, okay, and listen, this is a gap and go, so you got to respect it. We could go another. This is the Novembers? Yeah, this is November. Feeder cattle. So if you ever wanted to sell feeder cattle, or you're a rancher, Okay, this is the time. Now, listen, another 5% would be 18 bucks. Okay, that would bring us up to 395. And I don't know if I have anything. Let me take a peek. No, I do not. Okay, this is the 3-minute chart here, but I do have something at 377. So today we got 369, just under 370. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's take a look at the options here. Hang on. Okay, so this is live. What do we got? 1044. All right, hang on a second here. Let's see. What I want to see is, I know it's small, okay? I can't really make it bigger. Okay, here's the open interest on the 370 call, 611. That is the biggest one, actually. That is the biggest one at 370. So, okay, for example here, okay, this is how option houses or local traders used to do it. They still do, I'm sure. For example, or an option strategist, okay, that was long the 370 calls, okay? So say you bought the 370 calls for, what do we have, $1.35, we're at 7, so we were at 6 yesterday, round up. So let's say you bought them, whatever, say you bought them for $1.50. Now all of a sudden you run right up to 370, you're long at 370 for $1.50. You could sell the futures, okay, at against 370 for free. You can't say free. Yeah, you're right. But you could sell them, half your futures at 370 again, and be protected for $1.50 or whatever you paid for it. Get it? If you don't get it, get a hold of me. ARP@NasDog. Okay, we're starting to break here a little bit more here. As a matter of fact, let me move this off. Okay, so 78. We're $1.50 off these highs. So here we are, right here, babe. Okay. Let's see, we put up the well. Here's the volume right here. But this other chart will be a little bit bigger here. We can put the volume up here. All right. So, and then here I got, wow, look at this, man. There's no volume back here. That's scary. That's in the Jan. What about the, look at this, man. This does kind of look kind of blow-offy. And, for example, here, we get under this one here, right here. We get under this. 52.20 in the March. That'd be $6. We'd have to get lower on the day. But if we did get lower, look at this. This is going to be a scalp right here. For the people that have a bid right here, anybody that sold it up here, they'll try to buy it. Now, if you get under that, yeah, okay, now you got something going on. So, okay, I think we're going to call this a wrap. I'll put this out here. What do we got? 8 minutes. Sorry about taking so long. So, if you need something, email me, ARP@NASDOG.com. Thanks.